This is reality TV that works. Startups, made in Kansas City.
I am Travis Doyle, and with Lee Page, one of my best friends. We started Page Communications. We are a full-service public relations firm here in Kansas City. We focus on full public relations, which includes elements of branding, positioning, messaging, social media, community influencers, and community partnerships to push our clients out there in the best possible light that we can.
Startup issues and challenges can include everything from small things like, do you have a domain name for your business? Working with a lawyer to register the domain name, register your company name, trademark your company name, because you don't know, even now, more than ever, people can pull that away from you in social media, use it. Even before you start your business, take steps to protect your brand, to protect your reputation and your image.
Some of the challenges of a startup, communication. You think that at a PR agency we would have that down pat, but we didn't. Even with two people, you have to be always meeting, always talking about what the other's working on, just because you want to always be working towards the same goals for not only your clients, but also your agency, your business, your startup. I think another challenge is realizing that you now are doing everything, not just the PR side in our case, and not just the accounts side, but we are also doing financials. We're responsible for every aspect of the business.
I'm not an accountant. I'm not a lawyer. So finding the right resources and people that you trust and believe in to educate you about taxes, financials, withholdings, and taking those steps to have those in place. When we left our former position, we needed to start with computers. We need to start new with phones. We needed to start with office furniture. Thankfully, we have relationships with people that provide each of those services and brought great resources to us in a short amount of time that we were able to build on and develop, from us moving from basically a stamp of an office to an envelope size of an office that maybe we might get to a whole sheet of paper one day. Look at your budget, look at your clients, see what the right mix is, and along the way, evaluate the relationships and the tools you're doing, because it is a challenge when you start up, but it's a headache if you get a few months or years down the road and realize you didn't have somebody advise you right, or you didn't know something. It is your startup, it is your company. Who do you want to work with? What do you want to do for them? And knowing that. My business partner and I sat down for a number of times and created a budget, down to everything from how much we would be spending on the phones, to office supplies, to memberships. All those things you should take into consideration is a thorough budget to help you through the year, because then you know how much capital or how much money you really need to start up.
The importance of public relations for a startup is essential. It's really the communication of who you are to your business community, the people that are really going to affect your revenue flow and your bottom line. The startup climate in Kansas City is really exciting right now, and all of those startups have a story to tell, and they need to tell it. I mean, we're pulling professional skills from the coast in. It's really a paradigm shift. It's exciting to see. We have, the onset of Google Fiber, which is just an incredible resource that we have here in Kansas City, coming to the Midwest, and we're doing things here that no other place in the nation is doing.
Yeah, we posted on Facebook and Twitter that we were filming for Startups KC on KCPT's new show, and that was just a few minutes ago, and somebody just drove by and honked and gave us a big thumbs up. And they were pointing at their phone that they just had seen it. So that's a great feeling.
A co-production of KCPT and Outpost Worldwide, at home in Kansas City. Production, post, content.